Welcome back to another episode of The Persona. Tonight's episode is a lengthy one, so let's get cozy because we are deep diving into Beyoncé's Renaissance tour as well as the album. Since the tour is coming to a close, sadly, I would love to review the album concept as well as the tour concept. I'm so excited to share everything that I have learned about this album and the tour, so let's get started. Beyoncé has been a very prominent artist throughout my entire life. I grew up listening to all of her music, watching every concert movie, and pretty much consuming anything Beyoncé was part of. Seeing her through all of her different eras has been so inspiring and truly an amazing thing to watch. Beyoncé's Renaissance era has been especially spectacular to watch, as Renaissance is probably her most ambitious era yet. Let's begin with what Beyoncé herself said this album was about. Beyoncé posted the album announcement on Instagram in June of 2022. She released a statement about the creation of the album. Creating this album allowed me a place to dream and to find escape during a scary time for the world. It allowed me to feel free and adventurous in a time when little else was moving. My intention was to create a safe place, a place without judgment, a place to be free of perfectionism and overthinking, a place to scream, release, and feel freedom. It was a beautiful journey of exploration. I hope you find joy in this music. I hope it inspires you to release the wiggle, and to feel as unique, strong, and sexy as you are. Beyoncé also stated that this album was a tribute to her Uncle Johnny. You can hear her mention him in the song Heated. Uncle Johnny was a very important figure in Beyoncé's life as he helped develop her sense of style and her sense of uniqueness. He made a lot of beautiful dresses for her, including her prom dress. He also introduced her to much of the music that she pays homage to in this album. Before we get into the actual music, let's talk about the influences and inspiration behind the beautiful album cover. Beyoncé is pictured posing on a big silver silhouette of a horse with her long, gorgeous hair and a few silver pieces to cover her body. This cover references two things, one being Bianca Jagger's iconic photo of her on a white horse at her birthday party held at Studio 54. Now, why does Beyoncé reference this iconic night at Studio 54? Why is Studio 54 relevant? Studio 54 was a popular nightclub from the years 1977 to 1980. And had been launched when the disco dancing and music trend had been gaining its popularity in the US. This album has themes relevant to club culture as well as the disco era, so it only makes perfect sense that Beyoncé were to reference Studio 54. The second thing that the album cover references is 19th century painter John Collier's painting of noble woman, Lady Godiva. Lady Godiva is known for being troubled by the crippling taxes her husband, Leofric, put on the citizens of Coventry. He stated that he would only lower taxes if she rode naked horseback through the center of town. Much to his surprise, she rode naked through the center of the town with only her long flowing hair to cover herself. And Leofric remained true to his word and reduced the people's debts. I believe that Beyoncé references Lady Godiva because she was an influential figure known to support the rights of the ordinary people, much like Beyoncé does in her song Break My Soul. Now, let's get into the music. Renaissance draws inspiration from the underground LGBTQ+ dominated ballroom. Ballroom originated in New York City in the late 1960s. It was created by the Black and Latino queer youth as they were very frustrated with the restricted and very white-centered queer scene at the time. This album also references the house music genre. House music is popular today thanks to queer Black individuals, and Beyoncé makes that more than clear throughout the entirety of this album. There is a long list of icons featured and sampled on this album. Some of these icons include Big Freedia, an ambassador of bounce music from New Orleans, Louisiana, DJ Mike Q, a very prominent DJ in the ballroom community, Kevin Jay-Z Prodigy, a Philly ballroom legend and nicknamed the Voice of Philadelphia, Moi Renee, a legendary drag queen, as well as T.S. Madison, the first Black trans woman to star and executive produce her own reality series. As much as I would love to talk about every single song and every sample used, I will only highlight a few of my favorites. Cozy is the second track on this album, and it is by far one of my favorites. You can hear T.S. Madison's voice from her YouTube video, Bitch I'm Black, being sampled throughout the song. And it's such an interesting as well as very important sample, as T.S. Madison's video came from a place of honesty and truth about being a Black trans woman. Not only is the song about Beyoncé's confidence in herself, but also about the audience and for them to feel comfortable in their own skin, and I think that is beautiful. Cozy immediately transitions beautifully into Alien Superstar, the third track on the album. This song features a sample of Moonraker by Foremost Poets, as well as a sample at the end of the song from Barbara Ann Teer's Black Theater speech. Teer's speech is a very special moment in this song, as she was the founder of Harlem's National Black Theater, established in 1968. This theater is more than just a theater, as it is a place to celebrate a culture that is uniquely African American. The song also talks about Beyoncé defining herself as one of a kind. One lyric from this song that I absolutely love and scream at the top of my lungs, category, bad bitch, I'm the bar, as it is a reference to the ballroom scene. For example, one of the main parts of ballroom is competing in various categories for prizes, trophies, and titles. And those titles include Icon, Legend, Star, and Bad Bitch, all awarded by a panel of judges. And by Beyoncé saying, I'm the bar, she sets herself as the standard. And she's right. Another song I would love to talk about is Pure/Honey. And I'm sure you all knew it was coming. It is one of the most fun songs on the album. The first part of the song, Pure, is all about being cunty and features the Kevin Aviant sample from his club hit, Cunty. Once the song transitions to Honey, Beyoncé's vocals take a more sultry turn. She sings about her confidence in her sexuality and her ability to attract. Throughout the song, she encourages her listeners to let loose, dance freely, and be sexy. The end of the song also samples Moi Renee's Miss Honey. This song is a pure dancing anthem, and it is definitely in my top 3. An honorary mention because I cannot neglect mentioning Donna Summer, the queen of disco. Donna Summer's song, I Feel Love, is featured and used in Summer Renaissance at the end of the album. And honestly, I think that song was the perfect way to end it. Renaissance holds exactly what she wanted to portray throughout the album. And one thing about Beyoncé is that she will follow through with precision and consistency. Not only were these themes present within the album, but when I saw it visually on the tour, it brought everything to life. I have genuinely never witnessed such greatness from an artist in seeing their passion and feeling energy radiate off the stage until I saw her on the Renaissance tour. Dare I say, my life is changed. The entire show, from the sparkling set design to the outfits to the dancers, set the entire mood for what Renaissance is really about. I want to talk about the stunning looks that Beyoncé gave us throughout the tour. Beyoncé had dozens of custom-made looks by luxury brands. I wish I can go through each and every look, but I will show my favorites only. Of course, I have to mention this Loewe bodysuit with the hands all over it. It was so iconic, so gorgeous, and you know Beyoncé loves her bodysuits. And of course, I also have to mention this stunning Mugler outfit that she wears. I love the headpiece. Of course, I love that she's a literal bee. I mean, come on, like, she's Beyoncé, like, come on. And next, I love this stunning Iris Van Herpen look. Oh my goodness. This was probably one of my favorites. She looks stunning. I love how they did her hair in this as well. I feel like it fits perfectly with the design. Most of all, I love the cape. I love the texture. It's just so gorgeous. This is probably one of my favorites, like for real. Okay, I might have lied on the last one. I think this one is actually my favorite, this Carolina Herrera look. I love the hood. Anything about me, I love a hooded look. And especially, I love this bold red color. It looks stunning on her. I also love the tights and how it goes from a gradient. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And again, one of my favorites. Now let's talk about this Lou de Bertoli look with all the technology on her, reminding me of Telephone, which is one of my favorite collabs of Beyonce's, of course. I love, love, love the phone earrings. Like, it's just so stunning and it's so futuristic, which is what I feel like Renaissance is truly about. Like, Renaissance is the future. Next is this stunning George Hobeka look. I love the sparkles. I love this pink blush color on her. The sheerness that's going on. I love it. The drapiness of this, like, I don't know, her gloves. But I do love this headpiece. I think there are roses on the top of it. I think she looks absolutely gorgeous. I do love when she kind of covers her face in a lot of looks. Not that I don't want to see her beautiful, stunning, gorgeous face, but I do love when she does that. It's just so, what's the word? Cunty? I also love this Ralph Lauren look that she's got on. She's looking very presidential. I love the top hat that she has. The sunglasses are perfect. The staff that she has. Everything about it is very classy cunt. Now, this Alberta Ferretti look is probably in my top 3. Like, I think I've said that about almost all of these looks, about them all being my favorites, but they are. There's dozens and dozens of costumes. I legit can't pick a favorite, but this is up there for sure. I love the fan. Are you kidding? And like I said, bold red. I love it, love it, love it on her. But most of all, the fan. The big fan. I would do anything, honestly, to have this look in my wardrobe, but I'm not getting custom made Alberta Ferretti, so that's okay. Next is this Agent Provocateur look. I especially love the sparkliness that she has going on all over her body, the sheerness that we have, and this big old coat that she's got on. It's so glamorous, stunning, as always. Next, we have this Gareth Pugh look. It's very futuristic, which I love. I love the piece, and the best part about this costume, in my opinion, is how does she dance in it? Is what I'm wondering, because it looks so stiff and it looks so uncomfortable, but she makes it look comfortable. I also love that she's been wearing these gloves in a lot of her looks, especially for this tour. It's very classy, like I said earlier, very classy cunt. And I also love these thigh-high boots. I love the thigh-high boots, and I love the sagginess that comes with it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And as always, love her sunglasses. Next, we have this Marc Jacobs look, and when I tell y'all, when this look came out, I was absolutely gagged. One thing about me is that I love a platform, and seeing Beyoncé in platform boots had me going crazy. I love the design on her. I think it looks stunning, and I especially love the red headscarf with it all. It honestly ties it all together. It is so, so, so beautiful. And lastly, we have this custom Diesel look, and I love an all denim look, so I had to include this. I love her big coat that she has on. It's so dramatic, it's giving drama, and I love it. I love the pointiness on the cups of her top. The concert's concept felt so authentic. The environment was amazing, and I felt so much energy radiating off the stage, and especially from the crowd. Seeing so many people stunned in silver from head to toe just because Beyoncé said so is crazy, and it was such an amazing sight to see. This tour and album brought so many people together, and I've truly never seen anything like it. The Renaissance Tour is a movement. And with that being said, now is a perfect moment for Pillow Talk. I'm so happy to bring Pillow Talk back. However, this Pillow Talk will be very different from last time because unfortunately I do not have a live interview. Instead, I asked a few people to film a video about their experience at the Renaissance Tour. Let's see what they had to say.
My name is Maggie. I'm 22 and I'm a Taurus Sun, Gemini Moon, Sag Rising. I attended the show in Dallas.
My name is Halima Hardin. I'm Zoe's ex-roomie. I attended the Renaissance tour in Dallas at AT&T Stadium.
Hello, my name is Amandre. I attended the Beyoncé concert, the Dallas one, on September 21st.
Hello. My name is Zafira. I went to the Beyoncé second night show in Houston, Texas.
In one sense, my journey kind of started where everyone else's did with the old stuff. I feel like Irreplaceable. I really felt like had the most mainstream impact to our particular generation.
I think it's really funny to say like what got me into Beyoncé. It's kind of like, I don't know, I was a child. It's like that's what my parents put on. That's what I grew up with.
My parents definitely got me into Beyoncé because I remember when I was a little wee baby, and they would always play Beyonce and Destiny's Child.
I grew up being a huge Michael Jackson fan. I remember my mom kind of introducing me to his music, and I just remember like absolutely loving it. I have this deep admiration for performance in any medium at all, and I just he's incredible. When he passed away, Beyonce actually gave a tribute to Michael Jackson. That's really what started my love for her.
I think Heated has to be the one that I was most excited for, if I'm being real. Don't hate me for saying this, but the Heated verse is my Roman Empire. I'll just be living my life as I normally do, and I'll see something completely random, and for whatever reason, it makes me think of the Heated verse.
I was most excited to hear Before I Let Go, because Before I Let Go was like an old song that like we always used to listen to, and then when the Homecoming live album came out, my mom would always play it in the car, and so it just reminds me of my family, and I love my family.
Church Girl and Pure Honey, like those songs, Chef's Kiss, and just hearing them in person, oh my god. I said I drop it like a thotty, drop it like a thotty. Bad girls acting naughty, church girls don't hurt nobody.
I was really excited for America Has a Problem being played. I got my life on that one. I sure did. I promise you, I got my life on that one. Absolutely.
Beyonce made the announcement that she wanted everyone to show up wearing their most fabulous silver fashions. I said, okay, your word is the law. So I definitely had to really clock in to find my outfit, but I was really happy with it. I was like a one-shoulder silver top with like these cool wavy, like it was like a plissé almost, and then a short denim skirt, tall black boots, and I had my metallic silver belt, and it was awesome.
Now this one is a sore subject for me because the fact that I'm broke really inspired my outfit. I tried, I really did, Beyonce, but I really couldn't deliver the silver. I did what I could, so I wore an all black outfit, and then I did have silver shoes that I already owned, and then a silver bag that I couldn't take my bag in. I had a little bit of silver, so it was fine.
Nothing really inspired it, you know, it was more just like finding an outfit that gives like Beyonce, you know? Like not something like Beyonce, but like Beyonce.
My aunt called me that Tuesday to tell me I was going Thursday. I honestly wish you would give me a little bit more than less than a week to, prepare an outfit so that way it can like literally serve. Because like how am I gonna order things? How am I gonna order things? Like, come on now. I was like, I don't think I have anything in my closet that is gonna give that full effect fantasy. I just repeated an outfit that I wore before and everyone loved it. And I really felt it matched the vibe. I dressed it up a little bit more, added a little bit more silver accessories to really give that silver, like glam aesthetic effect. And I wore my black platform boots and I was ready to go. I wanted to go, for something sexy, edgy, but also something I could definitely move around in.
The concert made me feel really effing good, if I'm being honest. The environment of it, I just saw everyone around me having the best time, being so excited.
This concert made me feel so good. I was so thankful to be there, and like with all the people too, and everyone was screaming. It was the best night of my life. I'm a dramatic girl, but I really don't think I'm being dramatic when I say this was the best night of my life.
Walking into the stadium and seeing everyone decked out in silver and they're like sci-fi space wear. It was amazing. It was beautiful. You really got a sense of community and it felt like kind of like a safe place because we were all here together experiencing this one thing. Just that positive Black queer space where you could truly feel seen. And that's the experience I got out of the concert. It felt like almost a religious experience just by how beautifully open everything was. You came and you gave yourself in and received so much back in return.
So to be like quite frank, past few weeks I've kind of been going through a really hard time. I was really, really looking forward to this concert because not only do I love Beyonce, but I'm just kind of like looking for light in this like area of darkness. Like sometimes just going to a concert, to your favorite artist's concert and just vibing out like that truly it's just the best. And that was really like the beauty of it. It was really surreal. Everyone was just like screaming and dancing and just singing. Everyone was there to have a good time. Having that community together, just being there to enjoy like this artist that we all love and adore. I think that was just amazing in general. Like there was just so much love that was present that night.
There's so many different generations, and she appeals to all different generations. You can love Beyonce if you're 65 or if you're 9 years old, like, and you can still shake your ass. Like, you can cry to her songs, you can shake your ass, you can get with your friends and have so much fun. That's the whole big part of it. Is I feel like I'm always really happy when I listen to her music, and I like happy music, I like dancey music, and she makes that, and she just makes everyone feel so good.
I really, really admire her. I admire her work ethic, her as a performer, and how much she pushes herself, her values, how much she values like her family, and always like trying to stay grounded amidst like all the chaos. I also watched the Homecoming whenever she headlined for Coachella, and it was honestly so amazing. I really got to see her trials as a performer and like as a mother as well. I look up to her a lot.
I think what makes Beyonce so appealing is just because the amount of effort she puts into everything. Everything is calculated. Everything is so much heart and emotion. It's not just what she does, but making sure what everyone around her does is executed beautifully. There's also the mystique around her. We know a lot about her, but we don't know a lot about her and who she is. We see that she's great at showing us rather than telling us, but we don't really know much about her personal life. And so there's mystique. I think she's one of the very few true superstars of today's age where you're not just paying to hear someone sing a song live, but you're really truly paying for a performance, and she delivers that. She has done so much and she still has more to give. And I think that's what really makes her so appealing, is that you're just wondering what is gonna happen next.
The simplest way it can be put is that she just is oozing with raw talent. I would say especially vocally. Like, she is one of the vocalists of our generation. But at the same time, she's so good about being referential and also just showing such humble and down-to-earth gratitude for the like woman of color vocalists who paved the way for her and like opened the door for her. What Nina Simone did, what Aretha Franklin did, what Diana Ross did. The obstacles that they overcame helped to set Beyonce up for the success that she has now today. And she willingly and knowingly took that torch. And she took that torch as she sprinted, bitch. She's always thankful for them, always showing her gratitude. She's able to exceed expectations and put a new spin on it every time. She is so committed to her craft, and she is so committed to making it the best thing she can possibly make.
I would say to her that she's inspired so many women and girls, especially girls of color, to be confident and love yourself and love all things about you. And that's the biggest thing, is that she makes people feel happy. And I would tell her that. I would tell her, you make people feel happy. We love you, girl. And I loved your concert. Keep on slaying.
I would say, one, I love you. I love you endlessly. Thank you for uplifting everyone. I think especially me being 22 years old, I'm growing into this woman that is carved out by all the amazing women around me. And I truly look up to Beyonce, and she is a role model to me ever since I was a little girl, and will continue to be a role model. I am so happy. I'm so happy that I get to experience you in this lifetime. It's an honor, truly.
Thank you for being such a consistent presence. Thank you for being someone that we as the general public can always count on to just bring it. Thank you for always being willing to do it a little bit differently, put a spotlight on an issue, a topic, on a community that is not talked about in the right way or not spoken about enough, and making it into something so beautiful that anyone can appreciate. Thank you for, while being consistent, also perpetually being transformative and continuing to transcend the last thing you did with something even better. Thank you for setting the example that you can hold yourself accountable and hold the people around you accountable and hold everyone and yourself to a high standard with the ultimate goal of achieving excellence. She's so inspirational. I'm just so thankful that we live in a generation where we have someone like her to look up to. I don't know, I'm gonna start crying. I love her.
If there's one thing I could tell Beyonce, it would probably be just thank you. Thank you for what you've done for the Black community, what you've done for the queer community, what you've done for women everywhere. In our day and age, I feel like so many people get praised for mediocrity, and you understand that doing so much more, that's what's really memorable. That's what really has the impact. People can just get out there on stage and just sing a couple of songs and, just be like, hi, and do a little two-step, but you really put on a performance. You really say, if people are going to pay this much money, I'm going to make sure that they get every cent, every penny. And at the same time, you also invest in so many young creators, so many young people who don't often get that spotlight. And you do that, and you really just show how flawless and amazing our community, the Black community, and the queer community is. So thank you for that.
I'm so happy that I got to talk about Renaissance, as it is probably one of my favorite albums of all time. Since this project is titled Act 1, I look forward to seeing everything else Beyoncé has planned for us. Well, that concludes tonight's episode. I would love to hear what else you think Beyoncé has in store for us, as well as your favorite parts of the Renaissance tour. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm your host, Zoe Shaw.